Hello everyone, T-Man97. Hello everyone, T-Man978. Right now we're about to take a look at the Fury Toys female blink body, Hana style, FB01B. I have been waiting for this for what feels like forever. Please let this be a good figure. From what I've seen it is, but let's open it and find out. Since opening this thing, I've made a couple of mistakes. One, I can tell you right now, the neck joint or the neck peg is made out of a plastic that does not soften when you warm it up. So do not take her neck off from the base or you will risk breaking this thing. And I put black pants on her and the dye, maybe I should have washed the pants first. The dye seeped into her skin and it's like permanent. I've done several things. I've done rubbing alcohol, dish liquid, nail polish remover. It is not coming out. So that has made me push this video back because it's frustrating to me. I'm going to be putting those pants back on her since it's permanent. And I'm getting another figure anyway. But she comes with 2 open splayed hands, 2 gripping hands, flat feet without the heels, and fetish type feet with the toe separated, and several replacement hip, I think they are shoulder joints, and maybe wrist pegs. That's what I believe they are. Things to note for people who don't know what this is or just found my video by accident. This is a blank, highly articulated body. It's meant to be what it is. It could be like an artist model, or you could pop the head off at the top of the neck and put a different head on there if you want, or you could take this existing one and paint in the details because it does have eyes. They just didn't paint them in. If they painted in those eyes, this would just be a full-on action figure. But they will be using this body over and over again and putting different heads, making it a different character. But definitely this figure is meant for adults. They intentionally tried to make her sexy. Like I said, they got the whole fetish toe thing going on right there. It is what it is. She's basically wearing lingerie. I mean, you could say it's a bathing suit. It is a soft, pliable plastic. It is removable. She is 100% anatomically correct here and there. At some point, I will be showing that in the video. And she does come with this optional tie. Now, with the collar piece. Without it, her neck does look very long, by the way. And one of the other things, while we're just looking at the sculpt, I was trying to get her standing or get her butt positioned where it looked more normal and natural. And then I realized something. Like, I didn't realize this for this whole week that I've been messing with this thing and posing it. She's kind of in a pre-posed. Like, you see how the cheek comes all the way down to the swivel? Well, right there, it doesn't. It's supposed to be like this. That's the only way you can get her cheeks to, like, match up. So it's almost like it's supposed to be pre-posed. And they have her, like, in poses like this. But let's get into the articulation. Articulation, the head can tilt to the side on the base of the neck and at the top. She can look down. She can look up. Rotate, of course. So you get a lot going on right there. This cup right here is on a ball joint. So that can lift up, down, back, forward. She can rotate the arm in like that. If you rotate the bicep, you can get that all the way around. These joints are also very, not very tight. They're tight. but goes up more than 90, swivels, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, universal wrist, and then my favorite thing, the torso. You can do all of that. You can do all of this. If every female action figure could do that, I'd be happy. You get side tilts for days. You can rotate at both angles. Like, it's almost infinite, and I love it. You do get drop down hips. They can go out to the side. Like, pretty much almost all the way. Go all the way back. Come forward. And let's let you see this. They had her like bent over in the promotional pictures. That's as much as you can get bent before you start seeing like the holes back there. You get thigh swivel, which is, that is tight. Double jointed knees. Universal ball in the ankle. But this thing is crazy posable. Like, you can get her in a pose easily without even really like trying, and everything tends to work with you. In fact, I'm gonna put up a gallery of pictures that I took beforehand, so I don't have to keep trying to do it on the fly.
Click the videos, click the freaking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos, click the freaking videos. Click the videos. Come on now and click those videos. Click that shit. Go ahead and click that shit.
As you saw in those pictures, she does come with some grip hands. Things to note about the grip hands. The pinky is separate, but the actual index finger or trigger finger was fused with the other three fingers, and I had to use an X-Acto knife to split them so she could hold that gun in those pictures. Just go in knowing that. She has the flat feet, but I haven't been having too much of a problem getting her to standing up in these heels. They're decently flat and wide. Here she is with the flat feet. And let me do comparisons with the flat feet. Here are two of the other popular blank body companies. Like, this is the Romanki body, but that's Gun Girl. So that's an actual character they made. And this is Crazy Figures Girl Body, as they called it. Now, what I like about her more is they gave her colored hair and colored glasses. Those glasses I had to paint in. Otherwise, she's just blank with colored clothes, which is weird. But this one articulates the best and has the tightest joints, and just does, like, this one is good too, but I have issues as far as the ankles, and it's scary how the shoulders work. But I have individual videos. You can look at that. Well, as you can see, she is like Amazonian body build. She's 1/12 scale, but she is very tall. Especially next to something like this She-Hulk. But this is your typical 6-inch female height, where they're like 6 inches or slightly below 6 inches. And this is my Quinley. I forget the name of the company. Here she is next to a male Marvel Legends. Here she is in the heels. But posed up in like a fighting stance or something. Like, I think to myself when I look at her, like with this tie on and whatnot and heels, like, she could be somebody on a game like Double Dragon or Final Fight, Storm Arena Sagat, and Jada Ryu. And now let's bring in some McFarlane stuff. So these are 7-inch scale figures. You can see she fits right in with these because she's slightly shorter than the males. Alright, I'm holding her because she's about to drive me crazy, but these are a couple of McFarlane 7-inch figures, so she has on heels as well. You can see she's taller, so definitely can fit in with 7-inch figures if you want the scale to be shorter than the males. Now the ball joint. The ball joint is very tiny. This is the ball joint from the crazy figure girl body. Pretty much the same size. I'm holding it in my hand because it's hard. It has this cap at the top. It's hard to get that off. But the ball is the same size on both ends. So if you have this figure, you should have some type of idea of how big the ball joint is. And I believe that ball joint is the same size as the Roman key. But her head is bigger than theirs, of course. So you got to keep that in mind. So yeah, something like a Marvel Legends, they use bigger ball joints. So you would have to stuff something in there if you wanted to sit on there properly. To make sure I cover everything, the hair is technically removable. I don't know how much I suggested, but you would have to remove it probably if you wanted to paint it yourself. And the glasses are also removable. My problem is, and it's shaped like this for some reason, but my problem is getting the head back in here. Like this part at the top needs to like groove into the front, and I feel like since I took it off, it doesn't really sit as best as it could. But here's what it looks like without the glasses, even more blank. With the glasses on, it makes me ignore the fact that she doesn't have any eyes. But eventually they are going to make personalized figures that are actual characters that cost more. These, I forget how much she costs. I believe it might have been less than 40, which is good for what you get. But if you want to put different glasses on her, keep in mind that it doesn't have the little curve at the end. They just go straight in. And it's hard to make them sit around the ears. And I did try to put some glasses on her that do have the curves, and I couldn't do it. But the best reason to take the hair off is to get the glasses on easier. Make sure you can line it up in there on both sides, which is even still hard for me with the hair off. Now here she is with various stages of undress. I took that collar off, and like I said, she has a long neck. And if you want to get the bra off, I suggest popping this off right here. You can do this pretty simple. There we go. It's on a dumbbell joint. Plus, this right here moves inside. So it's like 3 different points of articulation. But we can take that off. And here she is with those curved up feet, topless. Now the bottom, you need to pop off her legs to get them off, and I have not been able to do that. I'll let you do that at your own risk, but I did want to show this. I have multiple like anatomically correct female action figures, but I think this is the first one I've had that actually has areolas. They normally just have dots for nipples. But since I did mention this, I will at least try to show this because, like I said, anatomically correct completely. They do have that detail right there. It's not graphic like the... no. The TB League figures have like sculpted in clitoris and everything. And there's also this look while we're at it. And as far as customizing, I get my clothing for 1/12 scale figures on either eBay or Amazon. Just look up 1/12 scale action figure clothing, female or male, whichever one you want. Make sure, because when you say 1/12 or 6-inch, they like to throw in 1/6 scale, no matter what you say, because if you say 1/12, they will show you 12-inch action figure clothing. But keep in mind, she is taller, so certain things may not fit. These shoes are from a starting lineups figures. You've been seeing me switch and swap those out recently. I did it with Big Lob. At least I put up a separate video. Did you watch it? I hope you did. Well, a lot of people did on Instagram and Facebook, so I'm not worried about here so much. But here's this. Now, when I have it pulled down, here's what we're working with. So there's still some ankle showing, but I like it bunched up. This reminds me of something that Janet Jackson wore, or people like Aaliyah or singers and whatnot will be wearing. In order to get these shoes off, basically I just heated it up with a blow dryer, heated them up again so they'll remain soft, and then just put the peg into the peg hole. And she still has access to ankle pivot and whatnot. The feet still go back. They can come forward, do whatever you need to do. These are decently pliable shoes on all of the figures. But yeah, end of the day, I love this figure. Only problem is trying to get her in a regular standard stance without the pants on. Her legs look a little bit awkward. It's like it's hard to get her in a stance where they look right, because when you have anything besides this type of pose right here, it looks like her hips are very wide, Kardashian style. Maybe that's what they were going for. I don't know. Only thing could have made this thing better is if maybe a few extra hands options. What they give you is good. Fist, dynamic hand, and a gripping hand. I think they should definitely start putting a trigger finger, because people like giving action figures guns. But yeah, and of course, if the face was painted, that would have been nice. But you know what you're getting going in, so that's on you to be. If you're buying this and you know it's a blank figure, they literally say blank body, you know you're not getting a painted face. But you have options to swap around and whatnot. I am not doing that in this video. Sorry about that. If you came here for that, I showed you what that ball joint looks like, and yeah, I don't feel like doing that extra work right now. None of the heads that I have that I put on her, the skin tone match. The skin tone doesn't match, and her face and their heads look a little bit small on her body to me. So keep on the lookout for maybe upgrade kits, or specifically look up this brand head swap options. But keep in mind that they are expensive all the time, typically starting at $40 if the figure's head is painted. But anyhow, I like it. I can suggest it. I got this from 5K Toys. Thank you for watching. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click the